I literally have a wonderful life today. I remember on my wedding day, my best man walks up to me and he puts his arms on my shoulders and he said, "Dude, this is the biggest day of your life." And I didn't have the heart to tell him he was wrong.
Craig Miller says the biggest day of his life was when he let the walls come down and asked a mental health professional for help. He shared his story as a suicide attempt survivor at the 2017 New York State Suicide Prevention Conference, and the emotion was evident.
So much of me wanted to die, but my heart, my belief that there is purpose and there is meaning, that there is reason, told me to hang on. And Craig, just hang on. Someday it will make sense.
I get emotional every time I speak because it's such a big part of me. And for me to convey the message accurately and in the way that I want to convey it, I have to be inside that part of me, which still exists, and that's where I go when I talk.
Miller shares his story to help others, but the road to this point hasn't been easy.
I think a pivotal moment for me, if there's anything that's close to that, it would be recognizing that I had really reached the lowest point I ever wanted to go, and I didn't want to live like that anymore. Whether that meant I attempted suicide or I changed my life completely, and the reality was I needed to change my life completely, and I knew that, and I did.
And maybe life has meaning. Maybe there's purpose in even the darkest of moments.
He says it's so important for people in the mental health field to treat every appointment like it's a pivotal moment for that client.
It's completely understandable that it becomes a job, and even though you may still be passionate about it, you see a lot of people and all that, and a lot of patients. But the fact is, as someone comes into your office for the first time, that may be the very biggest and most important day of their entire lives. It's the first time they've ever thrown up their hand and said, "I can't do this anymore," and that's an extremely difficult thing to do.
I just wanted to wake up and be okay with that feeling of being alive.
I get a question often of what I would tell somebody who's considering suicide, and I think the answer that comes to me most powerfully is to look at the people who've attempted, look at the people who've been there and who are no longer in that state of mind. There are so many people in the field right now, in the suicide prevention field, who are attempt survivors or who have lived experience. They were once in that state of mind and they thought that that was the solution for them, and they were wrong. And if you look at the people who've come out of it and the people who've changed their entire lives yet have been in that submerged in that state of mind, there's proof that it does change and proof that things can get better.